Hi, my name's Danny Davis. I'm going to tell you about risk workshops in M&A. Although it's actually M&A integration, it runs across the whole M&A process, so it includes due diligence and the pre-deal areas. So we can think of it as M&A integration workshops or deal risk workshops. So I'm going to tell you who I am, why you need risk workshops, and what the process is across the deal. So me, I am Danny A. Davis. I'm the managing partner of DD Consulting. I'm usually integration director on deals and usually run the risk process through a deal. So this year I've run a small deal at 1 million euros. That was 3 days training and writing an integration plan with the client. And I've run large deals. So this year I ran a $4 billion deal across 12 countries, running through the Competition Commission and selling off a third of a business, and we raised 2.1 billion in bonds. But I've run a $6 billion deal. I ran the European side of it across 30 countries, 250 business units. It's gone crashing down to 110 and 4 divisions and 30 work streams, so finance, IT, sales, marketing, all that sort of good stuff. I've been a guest speaker at London Business School for 15 years, and I'm writing some research with them now on M&A decision making. I was program director of M&A at Henley Business School, teaching their exec education, so 3 4-day courses. And I've written a book, M&A Integration, How to Do It, which is on many of the world's top business schools. I've written for many different journals and articles, and I sit on the CMI experts panel. So let me talk about risk workshops. You need to understand the risks of your deal, of your integration, of what's going to happen, prioritize them, and you need to think across the whole deal. So many companies think about risks in the diligence stage when they're trying to decide if they're going to do the deal, but they don't then plan for these risks, they don't mitigate them, and they don't have a risk plan or a mitigation plan that runs across the deal through integration. Many people lose that information. It's not handed over to the people doing the integration. So it's quite nice to have an external person like me come along for a few days every month or two and help out with this process. So the key is, once you've got your risk list or matrix or whatever we want to call it, is to write a mitigation plan. There's no point in just having a list of risks. We need to do something about it. And clearly, if you're a little bit more experienced with deals and mergers and you've done a few of them, you can write the risks, you can write a mitigation action. Given that mitigation action, you can understand the issues and problems you're going to cause yourself, and you can write another risk and another mitigation plan. So you can actually go 2 or 3 levels down in this if you're clever. So please feel free to put a little bit of thought in. We need to reduce the risks, which will hopefully enable us to improve the deal value delivered. Reducing the downside on any deal through planning. Simple, easy idea, reasonably difficult to do. So let me talk about these risk workshops that go across the deal. We usually do a 1-day risk workshop with potentially a follow-up with a couple of the managers, and write a risk plan with a risk matrix and a mitigation plan. And we might do that 2, 3, 4 times across the deal, depending on how large or complex the deal is. So you've got a risk workshop during the pre-deal phase, diligence. Once we own the company, within a couple of weeks, we're going to start to know a little bit more about it, and we may have another risk workshop 3-6 months down the road. Clearly, if it's multi-country and the businesses are large or the functions are large, we may also want this not only just for the deal, but for some of the big divisions, some of the big countries, and some of the big functions. So you might find yourself holding a number of workshops across a period of time. If you want to talk a little bit more about this or have us come and help you, then give me a call or send me an email. Again, my name's Danny Davis.